Bench Buddies are back again today. Today is the last part three of us talking about the NFL predictions this year. Today we will be doing our NFL playoff predictions. Ethan, you're up first, so let's just get right into it.
All right, let's talk about these playoffs. So let's talk about the AFC first. I got the Chargers against the Titans. I got the Titans winning the division. I got the Bills winning their division, and I got the Ravens as well winning their division. So let's predict this Chargers-Titans game. I got the Titans pulling out with a victory here and beating the Chargers, and they will be facing off against the Chiefs in the next round because I have the Bills advancing against the Browns. I think the Bills are one of the best teams in the AFC, and I had them lower on the regular season, but I have them beating the Browns in the playoffs. So the Colts Ravens, and I also have the Ravens in that game because I think Lamar is going to have a great year and finally prove that he doesn't just win the regular season games; he can win the playoff games as well. Let's go to the Chiefs and Titans. I got the Chiefs winning that game. I think the wide receivers for the Chiefs are just going to torch the Titans defense because their secondary is kind of mediocre. And I think they'll really show. I think they'll really show in that game. The Bills and Ravens. I got the Bills going and winning this game, and that's because I think the Bills defense can hold Lamar and force him to pass more than run.
Mm-hmm.
So now in the AFC Championship game, what are you thinking about this so far? How are you feeling about this?
Chiefs. I mean, you can't not have the Chiefs just because they've been so dominant and wild. And the Bills obviously are up and coming, but with all these COVID rules, the Bills aren't following. That could be pivotal, obviously down the stretch. But I mean, this is, I guess, the projected favorite in Vegas.
This is the projected favorite. Yep, I would say so too. So, and in this AFC Championship game, I have the Chiefs advancing into the Super Bowl out of the AFC.
And what's the score? What's the score of the game? I gotta know.
Score of the game. All right, I'm thinking 34-31 Chiefs.
Okay, and the Chiefs are at home for the whole postseason, so obviously that'll be pivotal for them too.
All right, so now let's move over to the NFC. I got the Rams going against the Cowboys, and I think the Rams will advance because I think the Rams defense will give the Cowboys offense a lot of problems. And I like this matchup for the Rams on the offense. I think they'll dominate this game and end up winning. Seahawks and 49ers. I have the Seahawks moving on because of the experience of Russell Wilson and the way that they are in the playoffs. Like you said in the last video, they're crazy. Crazy things happen. And I feel like the Seahawks will end up winning this game for some reason. The Vikings.
It is a divisional game, so I mean, you never really know what can happen, especially because it's in the playoffs.
And it's the third game.
For the playoffs purposes, we have the Rams playing down there because of seeding. They're the 5 seed, and Seattle winning. They'd be the 6 seed, so they would go up and play Tampa.
Yep, that is right. For the next divisional game, I got the Packers, or for the next wild card game, I got the Packers advancing over the Vikings just simply because they're a better team. I think I had the Vikings winning in the wild or getting there, but the Packers are obviously a better team right now. So let's move on to the Buccaneers and Seahawks. I got the Buccaneers advancing over the Seahawks. Tom Brady's the GOAT, and him coming off of a bye week is crazy how many wins he has in his career. So it's hard to go against Brady there. Rams Packers. I got the Packers advancing. And for this NFC Championship game, I really wanted to pick the Packers because I didn't want to have 2 Super Bowls in a row, the same exact teams, but I'm going with the GOAT, Tom Brady. I know this one hurts. This one hurts Quinn over here because he's a Packers fan.
That's all right. Hey man, 0 for 3 in the last 3 years. That would suck. Hopefully this doesn't happen. I mean, I'd rather lose in the first round than do this same stuff every year, man. That would just be so devastating.
That's funny. Now for the Super Bowl, it's the Chiefs and Bucks, 2 high-powered teams. I think it's going to go a little bit different this time. I think the Chiefs will end up beating Tom Brady, and that's going to be huge for Pat Mahomes' resume, beating the GOAT in the Super Bowl.
What's the score?
The score, it's going to be 24-23. Chiefs.
Low scoring, I guess, for
Low scoring Super
Mahomes, I
Bowl, yeah.
guess, low scoring. All right, there you have it for
And
Ethan.
there you have it. Let's go to yours.
All right, so mine, we'll start in the AFC here. I have the Bills winning their division and being the 1 seed. And then I have the Chiefs winning their division, Titans, and the Browns, and then respective 2, 3, 4. I have the Chargers being the best wild card, then the Raiders, and then surprisingly the Steelers, Ethan's Steelers, who he doesn't think high of this year, but I think they got a shot. I don't know, just the experience. So the first game here, we're gonna go with the Browns. I think Browns last year won their first playoff game in a while, but battle of Herbert in LA. He's a West Coast guy playing in the dome, and then you got to go to Cleveland in January. I mean, that's gonna be wow, that's gonna be snow heaven. So I think that's why Cleveland will come out on top of that game. And then you got Tennessee advancing over the Las Vegas Raiders. I just think Tennessee has too many weapons this year to not win at least one game, maybe two. And then the Raiders, first time making the playoffs in a while. Glad they got there, but obviously I don't think they can compete with Tennessee. And then lastly, for the wild card round, I have the Chiefs absolutely destroying the Steelers.
My Steelers don't stand much of a chance in that game.
I mean, you're like, hey, they made the playoffs. I'm happy, but you got to face the Chiefs, so that just doesn't work out. But we'll go on, and I have the Bills versus Browns here. This was a tough one for me. I think the Browns could win this game, but unfortunately, I just think the Bills at home. I just think that they can do it. The Bills this year, I think, have a real chance, possibly. The AFC Championship game last year against the Chiefs, and I just think that experience, they're going to be hungrier than ever to get back there and possibly to the Super Bowl. So I just think that'll just propel them over the Browns. And then you got Tennessee versus Kansas City. This will be probably the best game of this round, in my opinion. Once again, this game could go either way. It's in Kansas City, but that doesn't matter because I'm taking Tennessee. It just doesn't matter.
Wow.
I think this is going to be the first time where Mahomes doesn't go to the Super Bowl as the starting quarterback for the whole year. I mean, it's bound to happen. Like, he can't make – I mean, come on. This dude can't make the Super Bowl every year. Like, come on, guys. You got to let that not happen. So I just think Mahomes just doesn't get it done this year. And I think he is human, so he won't win this game. And then for the AFC champion, we have the Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia is going to the Super Bowl.
All you Bills fans out there is going to like that.
Yep. Smash those tables now. Just elbow them right now. Just dive in them. I think the Super Bowl's in Vegas this year. I believe it's either in Vegas or LA. I mean, Bills fans, they'll be traveling everywhere to go, no matter what. But since they're the 1 seed, they get 2 games at home, and then they fly to Vegas. So we'll go to the NFC here. You have the Cowboys as the 4, the Seahawks as the 3, Green Bay as the 2, and once again, Tampa. Tampa will be the 1 this year after I said 15-2. So first round, you got Dallas versus LA. Sorry, Dallas, but it's just not going to work out for you this year. LA is going to go down there because they are the 5 seed. And then moving on right to the next game is Arizona and Seattle. And I have Arizona beating Seattle in a shocker. That's my bold prediction for the playoffs here. I just think Arizona, too much firepower. And I think they're going to split with Seattle in the regular season. And I think just in the postseason, they're going to have Russell Wilson's number and squeak by him. So then lastly, we're going to talk about my Packers versus the football team. Nothing to be said about the football team. Green Bay is just really good at home in the playoffs. Rodgers last year, who knows how that's going to be. But big things are projected for this team coming in, no matter what the Rodgers situation is. All that. All the stuff behind the scenes doesn't matter. He's going to get it done on the field. So you got Tampa versus Arizona. And I am going to go with Tampa, potentially destroying Arizona. I just think Arizona is going
Yeah,
to be off of a
they
sugar
seem
high
off.
on the last game.
Yeah, they seem
So
overmatched in this game for sure.
mhm.
Tampa
I just
Bay.
think that defense in Tampa is going to be too much for Kyler Murray. He's going to be scrambling like Mahomes did in the Super Bowl last year. But obviously Murray's 5'11", so he won't be able to see a little bit much as Mahomes did. So we're going to go
Yeah.
to LA and Green Bay, another rematch of 2020 playoffs, and Green Bay will once again beat LA. It'll be Stafford versus Rodgers in the playoffs. First time that's ever happened, Stafford in the playoffs. I know, Lions fans, that's crazy. Uh, Got to throw that little diss in there. But you got the GOAT versus potentially the second GOAT, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers, just because he hasn't won as many Super Bowls, but I think he's the most talented quarterback of all time. And I think he's finally going to do it. A little biased
So what's your
here.
score?
For that game, I'm going to go 27-23 Green Bay. And then for the
Okay.
AFC, I'm going to go Bills 35, Titans 17. So kind of a little bit of a blowout, but I think it'll just get ugly at the end. So we got the Super Bowl of two of potentially the best fan bases in the NFL. You got Green Bay, who travels everywhere, Bills, who travel everywhere, and they're going to Vegas. So this year, I am saying my Green Bay Packers are going to get it done. They're going to beat Buffalo in Vegas. And I think it's going to be a 31-20 victory for the Green Bay Packers. And
Wow.
I
A
think
little bit of a blowout there.
Rodgers is going to call it quits after this year. He's going to be done. He's retired. I think this is going to be his last stand. No more drama with Rodgers. It's Jordan Love time. And I just think what better way to go out as a Super Bowl champion?
The Super Bowl, yeah. Well, that's it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Show the boys some love. Till next time, Bench Buddies are out.